Good evening, everybody. Welcome to John Seed's second talk in Japan. John Seed came last year in March, and he offered to give a talk when he was here, and that actually kicked off the Hour Gathering, which has now been held about 17 times. So thank you for that. And because he kicked off something new the last time he came, I also decided to try something new this time, which is internet streaming. So this is now being broadcast on YouTube. You could actually see it right now on your PC. So hopefully that will work out. Looks like it's working. 皆さんこんばんは。ようこそいらっしゃいました。ドローンシーズさんは2回目の日本でのトークで、去年の3月に、日本に突然現れてですね。そこで山下さんのうちにまず泊まっいや宮下さんのうちにね泊まってすいませんいつも間違ってます泊まりして突然電話入ってきて英語できないんで話してくださいという話だったんですけどで、そこで、知り合って、早速、せっかく日本にいるのでトークでもしようかということで、トークをお願いしたところでここでやりましたけれどもそれが、後にHour Gatheringというもうシリーズになってしまって、そのきっかけで、毎月最後の土曜日、ここで、トークセッションを、開催しています、トークと交流会という形でやってますけれども今日はちょっと番外編ということで、ジョンシーさんが、最近の活動についてちょっとトークと上映会をやっていただくことになりましたありがとうございますじゃあジョン
Great, thanks a lot, Chris, for inviting me to come back again. What I'd like to do tonight is to show a film about a film that we made and that was part of the campaign to protect the forests of my home state of New South Wales. This film was instrumental in helping to protect these forests.
ニューサウスウェールズが私の出身今住んでいるところなんですけれど、そこの、自然を守るために映画を作りました、何にしても、今日はお呼びいただき大変ありがとうございますでそのフィルムは作品はその自然を守るためにとても大切な役割を担っています
The film takes about half an hour, and after that, I'll give a short talk about how this film helped to protect the forests.
30分ほどの作品なんですけれども、その作品を見た後に、私が話を少しさせていただきたいと思います。そしてその話の内容としては、この作品が、どんなに自然を守るために必要なものなのかお話ししたいと思います。
And I'll also tell you a little bit about our current campaign to protect the rainforests in Ecuador.
それに加えましてエクアドルの、レインフォレストを守るキャンペーンをしていますがそのことについても触れさせていただきたいと思います。
When the world was young, Australia was isolated by ocean from all the other lands. Because of this, over tens of millions of years, the plants and animals here developed in unique ways, creating a land filled with the weirdest, most wondrous creatures. Even after the first humans arrived more than 60,000 years ago, we all lived in harmony together, no one taking too much, even the humans. But that began to change a couple of hundred years ago, all in the blink of an eye, really.
Australia has an abysmal record of species extinction. More mammals have become extinct in Australia over the last 200 years than in any other country in the world. Many other species which live in Australia's forests and woodlands are now in severe decline. This is particularly the case with most of the 300 Australian mammals and birds that use tree hollows to nest and find shelter. Hollows only form in trees older than about 120 years. Destruction of habitat and old trees has got to stop if we want these species to survive into the future. The Threatened Species Conservation Act lists 80 animals and 300 plant species in danger of extinction in New South Wales.
Ah, you get up my nose. You humans never think of anyone but yourself. You think you own the bloody place.
Spotted-tailed quolls, also known as tiger quolls, are the second largest marsupial carnivore in the world. They're solitary, mostly nocturnal animals, very agile, both up in the trees and on the forest floor, where they hunt for other animals, preferring medium-sized mammals. A fierce hunter, the tiger quoll can bring down a wallaby 3 times its own size. Of the 4 quoll species originally found in New South Wales, the tiger quoll is the only one remaining. The principal threats to their survival are clearing of native vegetation and logging.
You've heard of a kangaroo court? Well, this is a quoll court, and it's much, much worse.
Who do you think you are? We were here long before you got here, and look at what you've done to us. What you've done to the bush. You've wrecked the joint.
Masked owls are amongst the largest and the most powerful owls in Australia. They mate for life and nest in tree hollows. The male prepares the nest with decaying debris, and they raise 1 or 2 young each year, which learn to fly when they're about 3 months old. The principal threats to the survival of the masked owl are clearing of natural vegetation and the loss of large old trees and the nesting hollows they provide.
You're just one strand in the web of life, not the spider in the middle. Wake up to yourself, you arrogant fool.
Look at you, you poor mangy mongrel. You got no fur, you got no feathers, you can't fly, you can barely even swim or run.
Think you're so smart with your opposable thumbs and overdeveloped frontal lobes. You humans have had it your own way for far too long.
You guys, what's going on? How's a glider supposed to get any sleep with all the noise you're making? Respect, dudes. Respect.
Yellow-bellied gliders are the world's most vocal marsupial. Their high-pitched shrieks and throaty rattles can often be heard at night as they forage for tree sap, nectar, honeydew, manna, and occasionally insects. They're the most proficient gliders in Australia, able to glide 144 metres from tree to tree in a single bound. They live in tall, mature eucalypt forests. The yellow-bellied glider is very sensitive to forest disturbance often vacating an area when logging first begins.
You carnivores are so aggressive and unevolved. Relax.
Oh yeah, that's right, glider. We're so unevolved, we're endangered. I overheard a human talking about it. We're all endangered.
Endangered? What's endangered? I've never heard of it. Has it got anything to do with important stuff like gliding from tree to tree or Yummy sap or sweet nectar to eat?
No. Endangered means that we're almost extinct.
Stink? I do not stink.
No, extinction means that we and all our relatives will disappear from the earth forever.
You two get some sleep.
You useless sack of meat-eyed eater. You didn't smell so bad.
You narrow-minded, uptight, self-serving uprights. So many of our brothers and sisters have gone. Eastern hair wallaby, lesser bilby, Tasmanian tiger, gone. Paradise parrot, long-tailed hopping mouse, extinct. Norfolk Island kaka, white gallinule, never to be seen again on Earth. We heard her from the Island. We heard it from a chainsaw. Our friend Boone Frog is extinct, and we're in danger of the same. In danger? You think you've got problems?
The gastric brooding frog was discovered in 1973. It was last sighted 10 years later, and it's now presumed to be extinct.
There's worse things than being in dinos.
It's the only animal ever described which converts its stomach into a womb. After she lays her eggs, the female turns off her gastric juices and swallows her eggs, protecting her young inside her stomach and not eating until they're born out of 6 or 7 weeks later.
What I wouldn't give to be endangered again. Oh, those were the days.
You two-legged drongo. I've been here for millions of years, and now you little come-latelys move in and ruin everything. I don't know why they let you off the ship. Why don't you swim back to where you came from?
Hi, guys. I know what you mean. My family's been shot at, stuffed, made into hats and purses, pushed flat by their cars, torn to bits by their dogs, and many of the gum trees we need for our food have been cut down. It's stressed us out so much we've got sick, and many of us are going blind. We're a national symbol for the humans, yet in danger of extinction.
Koalas live in forests and woodland and spend most of their days sleeping in the trees. They only become active at night when they go to forage. They feed on eucalyptus or gum leaves, preferring large trees from only a few select species in any area. They very rarely drink water as they get all the liquid they need from these leaves. They usually only have one young, weighing less than half a gram when it's born. Among the principal threats to the survivors are the clearing of native vegetation and logging.
The pale-skinned humans have already driven so many species to extinction. We've got to do something about this. We've got to wake them up. Only they've got the wrong human. This is one of the good ones, one of our friends.
A good human? Oh, yeah, right. Sure.
There's no such thing. They disappeared long ago. I've never heard of one.
The only good human's a dead one.
No, there are good humans. Some of them are on our side, even trying to protect our homes. A few of them even realise that trees are more than just wood chips. Us koalas have worked with them for years. It all started when my grandfather, Bill, was having all these problems when they logged his forest.
Which ones, boss? Which ones what? Which ones do we cut down? All of them. We're taking the lot.
Since then, my family has found lots of humans ready to help us, and we've always worked alongside them.
Yeah, a fat lot of good ones.
No, it has made a difference. They've even saved a few bits of bush. There's many koala families alive today because some humans stopped other humans destroying their homes. Anyway, there's so damn many of them that it's pointless trying to fight them all. No, we've got to work with humans, not against them. Now let's stop wasting time. Let's do something. And please let that human go. It's my friend Aaron, and I'm sure he'll help us if you're nice to him.
I'm so sorry for what my people have done to your people. I've caught you, and many of my friends feel the way I do. When you need me, just come and find me, I'll help you. But right now I've got to go, I'm late for my band rehearsal.
In 1998, expert panels of scientists commissioned by the New South Wales and federal government identified the minimum area of habitat considered must be protected from logging so that the core populations of threatened animals could survive. For example, in northeast New South Wales alone, the scientific experts recommended inclusion of sufficient habitat in reserves for 1,224 breeding pairs of marsh owls,
Auntie, we've always had a lot of respect for each other, your mob and ours. But now our forests are fast disappearing. What should we do? Can you help us?
I know, but we're in danger too. Things have changed so much. We're teaching the young people, and I know they will bring change. And no matter what, go down there and see them.
You've got to help us. Now they're cutting down our forest. We've got to stop them.
Our endangered friends are in trouble. We need your help. Can you help us?
Can you help us? They're cutting the forest down.
Well, you all go outside, you can practice to your hut and tent outside, but you've got to leave the door. Everyone understand that?
Tell them to stop. Please tell them to stop. It's my home. Where am I going to live? My tree. My poor tree.
You make your point, but you've got to leave the building.
How would you like it if your home was being cut down? You wouldn't like it, would you?
We asked it out, and we started.
Nice little office you got here. Too bad if something happened to it.
Gee, I wonder what happens when I press this.
We can't help you here. We don't make the decision. You'll have to go to Parliament.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
I'm hungry too, but we've got no time for arguments. We've got to find a politician.
Wonderful to see you. Guys, this is Ian Cohen, Green
politician is hardly an endangered species. Perhaps that's because many of these much distrusted creatures spend so much of their time protecting and feathering their own nests. The green plume variety, however, from the better-known left or right-winged kind, is known to display a highly developed concern for the environment and other living things.
Do you live in Parliament? We live in the forest and it's all being cut down. Can you help us?
Well, I am a member of Parliament here to help all the endangered species.
Do you speak for the Quolls of New South Wales too? Is there someone here who speaks for the Quolls?
I represent Quolls and I'm going to save your forest. I represent all you endangered species. But unfortunately, many in this state of New South Wales don't realise the plight that you're suffering under.
That's why we've come here. We want someone to remind them about us.
I'll try, but you've got to help me. You've got to get the message out.
Well, to can. But can you speak to the Parliament on our behalf?
Tomorrow night, in the Parliament, I'm going to make a speech on behalf of you endangered species. You tell me what to tell them. What do you want me to Parliament tomorrow?
Trees make the air we breathe. It's as simple as that.
Protecting the ancient forest is for the benefit of humans as well as for the species who live in them. The forests are the lungs of our planet, sustain the stability of climate.
And what about the water? Ask them, where do you think the bloody water comes from?
They protect water catchments, ensure clean drinking water, as well as protection from floods and droughts. And they contain a gene pool that holds the foods and medicines and products of the future.
Tell them we're all strands in the same web of life. If you allow us to disappear, the web becomes frayed and tattered and eventually collapses. Humans will die of a great loneliness of spirit.
We are all strands in the same web. If humans allow these creatures to disappear, the web becomes frayed and tattered. I put it to the house that without these wonderful creatures, humans will die of a great loneliness of spirit. It is the job of this Parliament to protect these critical habitats and species. We know it can be done. All that is missing is the political will. Extinction. It is the choice of this House. Thank you, Madam President.
devastation and extinction you pass on to your children and your children's children. Or it could be that you can wake up in the morning and smile at yourself, having hit the brakes and save great wild spaces of how the world used to be. Spaces where I and my friends can live out our lives and continue to evolve alongside you into the bright future. Extinction. You choose.
Worldwide, more than 11,000 plant and animal species face their imminent demise. Humanity has initiated the first major extinction spasm since the end of the dinosaur epoch. If a state as wealthy as New South Wales can't find the means and the resolve to protect the native creatures entrusted in your care, what hope for the rest of the world? Please, people of New South Wales, speak up. Demand a fair go for all species. Put the brakes on this slide to oblivion. Your descendants and all of creation will sing your praises if you do.
It's not really the place for a POM to tell Australians their wildlife, and I apologise for that. But I speak for the rest of the world, outside Australia. We know that you have in your state boundaries some of the greatest natural treasures in the world, fascinating and unique. If you don't look after them, nobody else will, and if they go, nothing can replace them.
Thanks for putting up with the technical issues that we had.
で技術的な問題があったのを、気長に待っていただいてありがとうございました。
The video was kind of squashed that way, and if you'd like to see it in its full quality, you can look it up on YouTube and see it there.
画面が少し縮められていたんですけれど、もう少し質のいい画面を画像をご覧になりたければ YouTube にありますので、そちらの方もご覧ください。
In the run-up to the state elections in New South Wales in 2003, there was 70,000 hectares of rainforest that we'd identified that needed to be protected for the survival of these species.
2003年の選挙に選挙に伴いまして、その時のキャンペーンでは2000ヘクタールの土地を守らなければならないというふうに、キャンペーンがなされました。
In the 3 months leading up to those elections, we showed this film in 100 different cities and towns in New South Wales.
その2003年の選挙に向かいまして、100以上の場所で、学校でこのフィルムが上映されました。
At the end of each screening, we had card tables at the back of the hall, and people were asked to write letters to the government asking for the protection of these forests.
そのフィルムを作品を見ていただいた後に、その後ろにはカードを用意してありましたので、それにサインをして、そのサインされたカードを政府へ、政治家の人たちに送るような試みもされました。
The government received many thousands of such letters, and 3 weeks before the elections, they promised to save these forests if they were re-elected.
その結果、3週間、選挙の3週間前には政府が、この、キャンペーンの趣旨を取り上げて、そのレインフォレストを守るという約束をしてくれました。
About 6 weeks after the elections, the government kept its promise, and all of those forests were added to the National Parks estate.
6週間後、選挙の6週間後には、政府はその約束を守って、その約束を守って、このキャンペーンで、守ろうとした土地はナショナルパークとして保存されることになりました。
So we felt that this was a great demonstration of how such a film can promote the cause of nature.
この作品はそういうわけで、成功した一例です。で、このように一つの作品が、力を持って政府の方針を変えたというその、一つの例として、提示することができます。
Our group, the Rainforest Information Centre, has been protecting forests around the world since 1979.
1997年から、このレインフォレストを守るためのセンターは活動を始めています。
At the moment, our main campaign is to protect the Los Cedros Biological Reserve in western Ecuador.
この私たちのセンターは、Sorry, can you repeat that? Would you mind repeating it?
Los Cedros.
ロスセドロス、エクアドルにあるロスセドロスというところの、生物を守るための活動をしています。
We've recently made another film as part of that campaign.
最近私たちはその活動のための、新しい作品を作りました。
And maybe if you could stick that link up, Chris. So I'm not going to show that film tonight, But I'd very much appreciate it if any of you were interested to basically go to the Rainforest Information Centre website. Okay, it's not that one, Chris.
この画面ではないんですね。今これからご紹介しますのは、そのセンターの、情報です。でぜひこの私たちの活動がどのように展開されているか、このリンクを見ていただいたりしてどうぞ情報を得てください。
So if you go to those links, you can see the 20-minute film that we've made that explains that issue.
そういうわけでこのリンクを見ていただければ、私たちがどのように活動しているのかということがわかると思います。
And also you can sign the petition that we're hoping will persuade the government of Ecuador.
またそこに紹介されている、政府への嘆願書、それにもサインしていただけると嬉しいです。
So I'd like to thank you all for paying attention to this work.
今回本当に、この作品を見ていただいてありがとうございます。
And I look forward to conversing with you outside.
それではこの後引き続き、また皆さんと会話できることを楽しみにしています。
And thanks so much, Chris, for setting this up and making this space available.
クリスさんどうもありがとうございました。
あと通訳ありがとうございました。Okay, so I guess that ends the talk. Thank you very much, John. Thank you very much, Hiromi. And we will now have a barbecue and eat. All right, thank you very much.